Is the internet coming back? Internet time? Yeah, internet time! Yay! All right, sorry. Hold on. Let me get life back in order. Uh, uh, all right. So, notifications. Maybe we should just cool it with the notifications. It's just one more thing to open up again after the world comes crashing down around me. Notifications. Chat. Chat. And oh yes, all of the things that we were working on. The worst part about having to restart my computer, because that's the thing. That's why it takes me so long to get back up and running when my internet goes out. Is that I literally have to restart my computer because um, excuse me. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's super annoying. And so sometimes when I'm in the middle of working on something, and I just have to save it and close it and hope I remember everything and it all works out when when I'm done restarting. Like I never save my script. Like I save like the only time I'll save my script for two reasons. I'm going to save my script as a safety save because I'm still working on it, or I'm going to save my script because I know that it's good, or at least I know it's like good enough. Um, oh yeah, I don't have to use the default background anymore. I used the default background because it was bright orange, and when I didn't have as good a screen, it helped to have no green light cast from anywhere. So I went with orange, like one of the most opposite colors I could. I could go with I could change that again now that I have my deluxe space travel uh, solution to do. Uh, which I'm actually doing pretty well at. I think I have like almost everything done. I'm about to do list collection, and then and then I can do this because I was saying, speaking of developers with ethics, so the next thing I'll do after list collection, I'm planning on implementing a way that even if I rebalance the game, no one loses save data, and so like it wouldn't have been the case that anyone loses save data. And oh, yeah, so quick caveat. This is beta or this is alpha. It'll soon be beta, and things can go wrong. And if data does get lost, then I apologize. What this is a system so that I don't have to, like, I can preserve data within the limits of my power. Like with this, yeah, right. So like currently the system is based on experience, and so right now if I rebalanced like how much experience it takes to get to level 1. Since I'm only saving out experience points, like players could they could lose levels. They wouldn't be losing experience. They'd have the right amount of experience. They'd be exactly where they would be if the game had been balanced as such all along. But they'd be potentially lower than they had been previously when the game had been previously like poorly balanced. So yeah, basically I'm going to like lock those in so that you don't you don't get the rug pulled out from under you. Yeah. Oh, Zero Maverick. Hey, how's it going? Um, hey. Oh, cool. Yeah. I think I usually at the end of the oh, oops, I haven't restored chat on screen. I opened chat, but I didn't put it back on screen. All right, there we go. Yeah, usually at the end of stream, I'll take a blitz through like the list of streamers online, and I'll follow the streamers that are doing it right because I like to at the end of my stream I'll like I instead of just like saying good night folks and then turning off of the internet I like to find another developer that I can like another streamer who's online that I can send it over. So yeah, we are working on I just had to restart my stream, and so the I left the script in a slightly broken state, so it'll take me a second to get it back up and running. But we're working on a game that we can see shortly. It's actually a game that plays in stream, so not only will it be back up and running in a short period of time, it will be playable as well. So what I'm adding in right now is a bonus for the beta badge for players who play the game while it's in beta. There's like a little like a little in-game like emblem that you get that your character can wear proudly to be cool is basically what it does. it adds to the coolness points. So right, so if beta badge, so this is where we're processing actions, and we're checking if beta badge not in pdict pkey bonuses. Like, so if the player does not already have this uh, bonus, then we will, well, for one thing, we'll append it to their bonuses. Uh, so this dot append beta badge. But then the other thing is that we have to save it to their stuff. Save stuff. Oh, okay. Hey, that counts. Software does not make the developer. Developer, a developer is anyone who has that intrinsic motivation to go out there and take tools and use them to make something more than what they had with to begin with. That's what it takes. That's my definition of developer. So yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm not great with coding either. Like, I have experience with it, um, but like one of the things that viewers point out a lot is that I'm doing it wrong, and it's like, yeah, I'm doing it wrong because I'm like, like I don't consider myself an engineer. Like, I consider myself a developer. Um, but and like I can make stuff, but like I don't know. Like, if I put the amount of time that I would want to into becoming an engineer, like I wouldn't have time to like actually develop stuff. Like, and that's like kind of a tough trade-off. Like, I'd rather just like do stuff, and maybe I'm not doing it perfectly, but I'm actually legit doing stuff. So at the end of the day, I'd rather have that to say. um, well, that's cool. Yeah, I added, yeah, like you mentioned, I followed your channel because I just popped in yesterday, or I think it was yesterday, probably one of the recent days. And I didn't stay for long, but like I liked it seemed like a cool thing that you had going on. So I hope to catch it again. It seemed I don't know. It was like I'm a little bit picky with who I'll follow. Like, when I look at the list of like game devs, like I'll only follow, like, there'll be like 30 people online, and I'll follow like a few of them because, like, I don't know. I think some people just they don't. It seems like they just, I don't know. I look for very certain things, and you had, like, I don't know, you just had like a cool show. So uh, yeah. So anyone else who's watching, if you like cool dev streams, then Zero Maverick is on my list. So thumbs up. All right. So the save data is a little weirder. It's actually going to be similar to what we're doing. Actually, no. It's going to be, wait. Where's the part where we? So wait, we're looping over. We're looping over. Where's the part where we actually save the data? Because we're going through all the players here, but we're not actually saving the data yet. So what's the part? We must just loop over the players again. Oh, no. It's because we're looping over the players and we do add experience, and add experience is where we save the data. Right. So let's hop up to add experience, because we basically want to imitate what we're doing up here, which is to check. The first thing we check is, or the first thing we do is it's basically this. So let's borrow this. And then let's go back down to where we were working before. No, I just have a lot of I don't know. I haven't been streaming for very long, but in the amount of time I've been streaming, it has become just readily apparent how easy it is to be a bad streamer. Like, being a bad streamer takes like no effort whatsoever. Like, anyone can be a bad streamer. What's a lot more difficult is to not be a bad streamer. What's a lot more difficult is to like actually like have an interesting presentation. And I mean, like, the thing about streaming is that, like, it's about, to a certain extent, it's about quantity. At least, I mean, it doesn't have to be. Like, some people do like these little like mini streams that are like very highly produced, but like it's like I'm a one person operation, and I know I think a lot of other streamers are as well. Like they don't have like crews like working with them to like produce like high, you know, like this grand like cinematic experience. So um, I just have a lot of respect for anyone who can do that correctly, who can do it right. Yeah, that's the sad part. Being a bad streamer takes as much time as being a good streamer. It just you just end up with like a less impressive result. Oh, I just realized what's missing. Sorry. I'm gonna put on music. I had music before I had to restart, but then when I restarted, I didn't put the music back on. I'm just gonna do that. Sorry, it's music for me. I don't broadcast music because uh, I actually don't like streams that broadcast music. This is just a personal thing. I don't like streams that broadcast music because I am really picky about my musical choices, and I'd rather just listen to my own music while watching a stream. But if a stream is playing music, I can't listen to my own music while watching that stream. So anyways, sorry. um, uh, what's I might do art later. Once I finish my my like to do list of like features to add. After that, all I have left to do is art. So if dog then knows what's up. Uh, um, yeah, I that's like at one point I wouldn't follow streams that had music, but the unfortunate thing is like the streams that play music, I can't. There's like I was saying, there's some situations where I just can't watch them. So like I end up like I've relaxed a little bit. I've unclenched a little bit, and so I'll follow streams that play music because sometimes it is okay. Like it doesn't like you know it's not literally unwatchable, but I do tend to prefer the ones that let me play my own music because if I'm on the internet, if I'm watching a stream, I'm on the internet and I'm on a device that can play audio because that those are necessities for watching a stream. So if those conditions are true, then I can be listening to my own music. So, anyways, I digress. Um, so, oh yeah, if dog then. Yesterday, yesterday I was giving advice to a streamer or someone who wanted to get into streaming, and I was giving my advice, but at the afterwards I wanted to find the thing that you posted about advice for a streamer. If you have that on hand, could you post that link in chat because I failed to find it. I thought I'd be able to find it really quick, but then what I realized is that I forgot to bookmark it or anything, and like I don't know. I was punching in search terms, but like it wasn't coming up with for whatever reason it was harder to find than I expected. But yeah, if dog then wrote a really good guide for, or it's like I mean it's some of it's opinionative and a lot of it is advice, and it happens to be stuff that I very much agree with. So I thought what he wrote up was really good. And yeah, I wanted to share that. I wanted to share it yesterday, but I could not for the life of me find the link. So the oh yeah, right. So the clipboard right now should have that thing that we copied from up above. So paste. All right, I think that's it. All right. So now what we want to look for is a similar file path, except instead of name, it's p key, right? Because we're iterating over the keys in the player dictionary. And instead of experience, it's bonuses, right? I think that's what we're calling it. Let's double check. I think it's bonuses, but let's be sure. Oh, it's on your site. I did not think to look there. I was looking through the subreddit where I had seen it posted before. Whoops, that's not the right folder. Projects, journey evolved, players, bard. Where's trusty bard? Bonuses, yeah. All right, bonuses. Right. Okay, so bonuses. So we set the file name, or we set the file path. We check if the file path exists. Oh, it's not players. It's players. Yeah, it's in players. Yeah. All right. So does the file path exist? If not, then oh yeah, right. So then we make it right. Sorry. Uh, Wait, OS path exists, and that works for that. All right, no, I mean it seems to be working, so I won't question it. But like we're using the full file name to check the file path, and I guess we're allowed to do exists. Whoa. Wait a second. No, now okay, wait. We do have to check if the folder exists. And actually, this is something that we have to change in both places. So I guess it's a good thing that I went through this, because this is actually something that we have to change in both places. Because previously we could assume that if the file didn't exist, that the folder didn't exist. But I don't know what happens with makedir. What happens if makedir if it already exists? So I guess we should check if the folder exists too, probably. Uh, 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 um, so, sorry, I was just catching up on chat. I don't know what is, I don't know what is the importance here. All I know is that we're essentially changing what had been a more predictable system previously. So yeah, all right. So no, I think this is fairly simple. I think we just have to. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do it like this to see if this works. I'm just gonna cut this from here. So then I'm gonna use the. So then the file path will literally be the folder. It won't be the. It won't be the file name exactly. And then we'll just specify the folder here. Or so with the folder, we'll specify the file name here. And I think I'm gonna do this. I think this is what I'm gonna do in both places. I should actually do it pretty much. I might. Yeah. Sorry, I think these are the only two places where I actually have to add this. I think. Think. League of Legends is the most popular game on Twitch, like pretty much all the time, pretty much forever and ever. It always has like twice as many viewers as the next most popular title, from my experience. Um, uh, when I played League of Legends, I used to watch. Well, actually, I watched the broadcasts of the LCS matches mostly, but when I was done watching all of those, I would watch streams and stuff too. That game, ooh, that game. uh, all right, hopefully this will work. Oh yeah, wait. There's one thing that I need to do though. I need to. So right, so. All right, so it's definitely not. We're definitely not writing this. Instead, we're gonna write. So the first thing, I guess, p data dot read. Oh wait. Wait. Is that just like a statement unto itself? I'll have to check. But what I want to do is excuse me. Is say like nah, yeah. Yeah. Um, so I'll call it like bstr equals pdata read plus this bonus that we're adding in. So a space character and then beta badge. Uh, and then oh. uh, Everything I said about League of Legends stands, even if no one asks. It's all true. All right, so what we're writing is Beaster. Excuse me. So yeah, I just need to check the thing about reading. How does reading work? Does it work like this? Do I just not have to pass in any terms? I know I read other places. I just can't remember. Yeah, seems legit. Cool. And then, oh right, so then the other thing I was going to do for add player, is this the only other place where I do the exists thing? No, I do have a few places. Oh, but, wait, yeah. Add player. Oh, right. So the reason we don't worry about it here is that if it doesn't exist, then we're not creating anything. The only reason we're checking if it exists here is is if, uh, if we can read from it or not. So yeah, so the only places that we actually make a new directory, because the only places that we're actually saving the data is when we're adding experience. So, cool. All right. Street. Wait, Japanese cartridge? Oh wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm behind on chat. I was like, what's happening? Excuse me. Interesting. Oh wow. That sounds fun. Uh, are you really good at Mega Man? Well, I guess yeah. If you said you used to stream games, then you're probably pretty good, right? um, what type of games do you stream? Or, like, is this one that you're gonna play on stream, or is this just for your private collection? Yeah. All right. I was gonna change this in the same way. So, cut this and put it here instead. So we just check. All right. So I should. I don't know what this is gonna do to player data, so I should back up our player data before I rerun the script. Yeah. So I already have the big backup. Or actually, this isn't the backup. Actually, this is the archive. Uh, and then I'll back up this. Copy here. Yes. So, all right, I'm gonna run the script again, and let's see what happens. Specifically, let's see what happens when we add experience. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe it'll all just work. Maybe it'll all work perfectly. um, if I made a mistake, like I might accidentally add beta badge to the player's data too many times. But I'll worry about that if it happens. Uh, yeah, I actually have to come up with a data script because like this other folder. All right, so far so good. This folder is everyone who played during alpha, and so I basically just need to make a script. Like the experience isn't going to stay, but basically everyone here has to get the what? Everyone here has to get the alpha badge. Yeah. So thank you for sharing, Boxers. Yeah, I just shaved this morning. Shaving. What a waste of time. 5 hours every day I spend grooming this. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so it's reading this. Yeah, but of course it's reading the data correctly. It always reads the data correctly. Um, so I guess I should just do an event. I guess because it's gonna take 5 minutes for an event to show up. So all right, if I'm gonna do a manual event, I guess hypothetically I should continue the story that we had going on yesterday. So for anyone who was here yesterday, you might remember that uh, it was the night before the adventure proper, and some there was a cave in at a nearby mine, and one of the miners, some of the miners were hurt, but you saved most or all of them, and then then what? Oh yeah, one of the miners alluded that there might have been foul play at work, or he was at least insistent that the cave-in was no natural occurrence. I should probably add this information to the text scroll so that I don't have to recap it, and also so that that text scroll doesn't loop every like 2 seconds. Because if it only says one thing and it loops like constantly, it'll probably get annoying. Um, But all right, so if I'm going to do an event, then just for testing purposes, I guess I don't have to stick to the narrative. I could, and it'd go faster if I didn't stick to the narrative. But whatever, the game's live, so and I have to get better at this anyways. So I don't know. I'm like putting myself to it. I guess I guess that's also what today's about, is to like get into that habit as well. Get comfortable as like the administrator. I'm not getting the delay events button because if I get interrupted by one of the spontaneous events, then that means for one thing I'm taking too long anyways, and for another thing, I don't know. All right, so so uh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm like I said before, I'm a bit stubborn, so I've just been like sticking with like the art started out like so like basically like stick figures. I mean like they're right now they're just basically like slightly glorified stick figures, but the yeah, no, I have stuck with it, and because like I don't have, I can't really hire an artist for this project considering this is just like a just for fun project. Like I won't be, yeah, I don't know, this is just like this is just me, so I had to do it, so I stuck with it, and like this is what I've come up with so far. But yeah, and I mean the cool thing is if you just like sometimes that that like type of stubbornness can at least get you uh, some level of results, right? I do also like drawing is something that I find entertaining, so it wasn't literally the first time I drew something. All right, so what I don't have to be. No, I will be looking at the. I'm gonna leave the graphics on screen, so you guys see two versions of the graphics on screen, but I only see one, and that's why I'm leaving this one on screen so that I can see it too. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna do like a just for fun event or whatever. So so right, I guess like technically the thing with the miners and that whole cave-in thing probably happened last night because like there were some other adventures that happened earlier today. Like there was the rainstorm, and I think we went to the Hall of Dragons briefly. So, uh, um, yeah. So I should probably yeah. So in the context of this narrative, excuse me one moment. What so like what? So event, huh? Oh, there it goes. All right, I took long enough, and Trusty Bard just did one for me. All right, cool. There's a festival. Whoa, specular. How did I never notice that typo before? I think that's supposed to say spectacular. Huh. Cute. I should probably fix that. uh, box horse. Uh, oh, I should for testing purposes, the bard should probably participate in this event, which is a little funny, but whatever. So it's gonna be weird that the bard is actually participating in this event, but uh, whatever. Oh wait, at this point it's not. Wait, hold on. I'll just go here. But I don't actually want to go here. I actually want to go here. So actually, I should update this link. Edit. anyways, I'll yeah, I'll have to yeah. The bard. This bard is more of the traditional sort of bard. He's a storyteller. Yes. Um, so yeah. If you picture, if you imagine what he says to be in lyrical form, then yes, you will. But only in your imagination, not in the literal space. All right, so hey, he's kind of like me. um, what was I doing? I was going to what was it in the file system? I was going to I forget why I was here. uh, what am I mean, I guess at this point, I basically just have to check that stuff's working. So, yeah, whatever. I'll just the bard and I will feast because actually I've been feasting too much lately. I I gotta stop feasting at some point because um I just I rediscovered nachos, and my love affair with nachos has been rekindled. And it's like the holidays, and like people have like cookies all over the place. Like it's dangerous times for people who are not specifically trying to be the fattest people in the world. So, anyways, maybe this will be my last feast. Yeah. Um, yeah, you can change your action too. Yeah, you can do that. That's legit. Oh, what a feast! What a feast it will be. Yeah. Oh, hey, look at that. File not open. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. That is interesting to know. Really? Whatever. All right. uh, so I guess maybe I'll just append them to the front instead of the back because that's easier. So I'll just say say b string equals beta badge space character here, and then oh, but should I leave the space character at the end? Nah, I should not. So that's silly that I have to open this file twice. Or is the W what's preventing me from? Because like the nice thing about the W is you can just stomp on the file. Oh wait, maybe I'm not supposed to be sure. I'm probably just not supposed to be using the W. There's probably a different one that I should be using. The W is nice because with experience points, like you just stomp on the old experience points. Whatever the old number was, it doesn't matter anymore. You just stomp on it with the new one. Just stomp, just blam, just. All right, sorry, getting a little carried away there. Right, so opening files. How do I want to do it? What? No, just open. Not this weird stuff, just regular open. There we go. Why was regular open like the 20th search result? Uh, mode, yes. So what are these modes about? Modes. R is for reading, W is for write. Oh, I do have to specify? Oh, A for appending. Oops, excuse me. A for appending, I think is actually, I guess, what we want to do. So, tell me more about this A mode. Wait. Oh, interesting. Alright, but anyways, the optional No. Tell me more about A mode. Tell me more about A mode. Python. Excuse me. Open a append. Um, so, all right, right. Okay, so you just write on it. Write on it. Right on, man. That's actually. Excuse me. Excuse me. That's actually way easier than all the other things. So A for append, and then we. Oops. What are you doing? And then we just append this basically. So write. Except we add. Oops. Oh, oops. I did copy. Again. Cut. Paste. We'll insert we'll insert the space character because characters from space. No, I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I haven't even been streaming that long. I have no excuse for my behavior. All right, so. Oh wait. We're not checking if this file exists. What's going to happen if it doesn't exist? So we should probably check if it exists. Alright, so... Oh, whoa, that's the other thing. It's like, this is not correct. This is supposed to be P key. So yeah, so make dir pf path, actually. Just in case I change anything. Pf path. So I should. No, that's probably correct in the other location. But this other part, I'll have to add to the other location. All right, so add pff, and so then actually, this is all going to be in a big else case. Wait, no. No, it's gonna be alright, whatever. No, it's gonna be slightly different. So this actually isn't in the this isn't in the else case. This is so this is an else case. One of these is an else case. So how do I want to do this? All right, yeah. So if right. So if because if this folder didn't exist, then we know that the file didn't exist. But if this folder did exist, then we can do else. And actually, it seems weird to do else with not, so I'm going to invert these. So if this already exists, then we can question the existence of, and we do have to question the existence of this path. So, but otherwise, oops, this, yeah. All right, so, all right, we're doing it. We're doing this. So, so if this path exists, then if OS path exists, the full version, like this with the bonuses, text, etc., etc. Then actually, I'm gonna say pf path plus equals the bonuses text thing, so I don't have to keep doing that. So that's just part of it now. So then again, if exists pf path, then we'll open it. Otherwise, so then the else case here is that we're going to be creating it instead. Else oops, else with and I think if we do this back as W instead of A, I think we don't even have to. I think this is legit. Like I think this is how you write a file. You have to open the file that doesn't exist. Because I think I remember thinking about how dumb that was when I learned that that was what I had to do. I think. I could be wrong. Whoa. That's believable. I believe your story, Zero Maverick. The conclusion of your story, the premise of your story, that there exists a video about Pokemon and religion, that is a little more surprising to me. But I guess I can see how the internet would eventually get around to making one of those. Wow. Sounds like quite a sounds like quite an experience. I'm sorry you had to go through that. All right, so I think this is legit for the case that that folder already existing. But in the case that it doesn't exist, we have to make it, and then we have to basically just do this. Yeah. I don't know if there was a more delicate way to structure. There might have been a more sophisticated way I could have structured this whole situation, but Communiac. You have some competition. You're not the only level 1 player anymore, or you're not the only player to have leveled up. So, I actually don't have a leaderboard. I might want to put in a leaderboard. Well, I guess you kind of get the leaderboard in some sense. You kind of get you get a sense of like the players' standings when after the event, because it says how much experience you earned and how much experience you have total. So yeah, I accidentally introduced some crashiness to the script, but that's almost we're almost back to a playable state, and then we can find out how it's going. I decided that I'm gonna start giving away the beta badge. Technically, I'm still giving away alpha badges, so it's a little weird that I'm saying that the game is both in alpha and beta state right now. But it was also easier to implement this thing just to do it now instead of putting it off until Monday. So good news. Not only is the alpha badge up for grabs, but so is the beta badge. Cha-cha-cha. So, right, all right, so finish this. And then, okay, so the other thing technically I needed to do this before. Here, I'm gonna copy this. Well, oh, wait. Yeah. No, this is correct. Right, because I was like, wait, I already added bonus text to the PF path, but so I don't need to add it in again, but I added it in the other condition. This is the else case where it didn't get added in. So, yeah. So that is legit. All right, and I'm going to copy this pattern because I kind of want to do something similar for the other case. Oh, cool. Wait, did I follow you already? Yeah, I followed you, right? Yeah, all right, good. Because I want to check that out. Oh, cool. I could give a tour de force of our Pygame implementation if you, I don't know what tour de force means. I don't think I'm using it correctly. I can give you a tour of our Pygame implementation if you want to see how it works while setting up your own, or before setting up your own. But first, let's finish this off. Where is it? It's in add experience, which is up here. Further. Here we go. Right, alright, so this used to be a very simple pattern. Simpler times! But now, I'm not going to keep all of this stuff, but I'm going to put all of this stuff here for a second because some of this, I'll basically want to restructure some of this stuff up here to be more like some of this down here. So, PF path, players plus name, yes. Alright, good. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to switch this around. So, it's going to be an else case. So this is actually, what we had as part of this case was actually now part of the else case. No. Why'd you do that? You're on the right line. Why did you do that? Um, this righty part, yeah, that's kind of legit. So we can keep that here. Because in this case, we will want to do the righty thing. Oh, wait. Oh, no, this one's not quite as complex because we don't have to do the appendage thing. Uh, so this is not quite as complex. So that part can stay the same. Wait, is this one just way easier? This one might just be way easier. Yeah, no, I think it's only that other one that was complex because of the whole appending thing. So is this one still sufficient? Uh, yeah, all we have to do is make the directory, and we're doing that correctly now. All right, so this one I think is actually sufficient. What was that? I could have sworn there was something like that I thought I had to add up here. Checking if the right. The only reason we have to check if the file exists, like if not just the file path, but if not just the folder, but the file, we need to check that existence. Pygame's weird. The difficult thing about Pygame is that the documentation is really unimpressive. Like if you go to their site, like probably like a full half of their links, no, probably more than probably like 80% of their helpful links are just dead. They just don't link to anything, and so it's really like, I mean, it'd be easier if they just at least cleaned out the dead links, because then you could actually find information on their site, because there's so much dead because there are so many dead ends there. It makes it really difficult to find, even though they do have some good information, it's really hard to find that good information because of all the dead links. So um, once you figure it all out, it's fairly straightforward, but it's just like ugh, in terms of like getting just getting to, from importing to knowing what commands I needed to use to get the desired result. Like, that was the difficult part. And now that I know, like, I only use like 4 different commands, but it just took me so long I don't know, it's just like it was harder than it should have been to figure out which are those and how to use them as such. All right, so can I just like get rid of this stuff and call it a day? I think so, because of the stompiness of experience. Experience is just so stompy, you know? Just always stomping. Stomping. Uh, hmm. Sorry. um, I'm just trying to think, like, because the next thing on my list, like this might be sufficient. So yeah, I should test this. I should see if this is sufficient. So save this. Let's run the script again. Um, yeah, it's nice when you can like start with a new tool and like, with not much effort, like discern what is the way to get started, and then like just get yourself up and running. Like, that's a really enjoyable thing. So when you start with a new tool and that's not your experience, like, just in contrast, like, yeah, it certainly makes it hard for me to recommend it as a solution, just because I didn't have a very good like technically I've reached like a workable result, but it was not like, there's probably an easier way to go about doing that sort of thing, because there are people out there making really helpful tools, really helpful and useful tools, and these are not those people. These people are not those people, but those people do exist. So, Trusty Bard. The cool thing about Trusty Bard is he always leads the pack. He always scouts out ahead, makes sure the way is clear. But look, everyone else showed up too, so that's cool. Uh, so, oh yeah, so I should be I was gonna drive the narrative here, or waste enough time talking about narrative until the game is just like, all right, I'll do it. Either of those things could happen. Uh, so, uh, sorry, I'm just amusing myself watching the name tag scroll. Uh, so yeah, name tags seem to be working out okay. Uh, all right, so yeah, so there was a cave in last night at the mines. I might not need to stay. Oh wow, look at all these adventures with walking sticks. There are a full 4 adventures with walking sticks. How about that? Uh, um, so what's what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the so okay, so an event. All I have to do is like an event, just an event. Doesn't have to be top notch. Doesn't have to be high quality. It just has to be an event. So because I want to test out, right? I want to test out with Bard to make sure that the event system, or so that because the Bard that Trusty Bard already has the beta badge. So I want to test to make sure that this thing that I added in handles correctly the case wherein. So, you know what? Just for testing purposes, I'm just going to read because we crashed during the feast. So I'm just going to say I'm just going to do a redux of the one that we crashed on last time. So sorry for the people who participated. The game crashed and it didn't save data and stuff. But here's the redux of the feast. If people are unfamiliar with, and it was event type 2, I think. So yeah, so the feast, if if you don't recall, is that it's not people chose feast, but it's actually just it's a festival. Oh, that's why I had the file system open earlier because I realized there was a typo in the quest text, and I was gonna fix that. All right, so that's good because I should also do that. What are you talking about? Inserted disk? You inserted disk. If you're so obsessed with disks. Right. Oh yeah. So people if people are unfamiliar with this event, this is the festival or the celebration in your honor. Your options are to there's a banquet, and there's a banquet. You can go and feast. There's a bonfire, and you can go and partake in the frivolities of the festival of light, or you can basically you can go light the bonfire and go dance and be merry. So those are your options. Uh, all right, and I'm going to fix that quest text before I forget again, and then oh yeah, and the bard also. So the bard's gonna participate in this event. It's gonna be a little confusing because usually Trusty Bard only talks when the when there's like something pertinent to pay attention to. But sorry, I just for testing purposes, he's gonna do that. Uh, so what? Where am I? Oh yeah, events. So I'm gonna leave that event running while I do this, and what was it? Festival. Spectacular. A spectacular festival. Spectacular festival. There we go. Local villagers host a spectacular festival in your honor. Yeah, so those are the options. Will you light the towering bonfire, feast at a bounteous banquet, or stare at your feet? Yeah. I saved that, right? Yeah. All right, good. Good. All right, so I will now click the. I think you are in the lead Maniac. You have 22 experience right now. So this is my secret panel. Not only can I see how many people voted for. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, no. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say for 1 second, because Trusty Bard said feast twice, so I was like, wait, there should be more people participating, but no. So what my secret control panel shows is how many people voted. So 2 people said feast, and it also shows me what is the combined experience points of those people. So 5 experience points worth of adventurers voted for feast, but 22 experience points worth of adventurers voted for light, or by voted for took action. I might call it voting, but that's because I'm a silly person. yeah, so it's just an interesting metric because like if there are a bunch of people, like if so like if for write-ins, like sometimes I actually am asking a question, and so I want to know, it's interesting to know not only like how many people responded and which adventurers chose which option, but also which option did the most experienced adventurers. I don't know. It just seemed like an interesting data point, so that's why I have that there. Anyways, I'll conclude the event, and so now there should be more. Whoops! Nope. Whoops! Whoa! What? Wait! What? What? No, that doesn't make any sense. Why is it looking for players zero maverick bonuses.text bonuses.text? Oh, that was probably a typo on my part. Yep, because I updated file path with the bonuses.txt, but I forgot to swoops. Yep. Yep. No such file or directory. Yeah, because it probably failed to make that, because that was probably like an invalid file name, I hope. This feast, or this festival, fraught with peril, apparently. Or fraught with hazards. Um, um, uh, so should I just try it again? Well, so the weird thing is it says no such file exists, but I don't think that's just the error itself, because I think I am allowed to say this command even when the file doesn't exist. Because that's what I'm doing with experience, and it wouldn't make sense if it worked for experience and not here. But we'll find out. All right, once more to the festival. This is an all-nighter apparently. Uh, so yeah, next verse, same as the first. Light and feast. I'm not gonna wait for players to get added. Whatever. Oh, I also didn't check if the feast, I didn't check if I waited long enough for Trusty Bard to see the entire player list. So I'm gonna have to restart the event after this. Whatever. Just for testing purposes, I'm just gonna slam this one out. Light. Oops. Light. Oh, cool. Well, whatever. All right. Light. So the Bard and I'm going to light some stuff, and then I'm just going to conclude the event and see if that works. All right. Ta-da! We did it. Yay! Event concluded. All right. So now when the Bard comes back around, nothing should change. He should have the beta badge as usual. Well, it didn't crash. That's the good news. So yeah, when the Bard comes back around, he should have the beta badge, and when he comes around again, he should have the alpha badge again. Because if he has the beta badge twice, that means it accidentally like appended an extra beta badge to his bonuses list, but he should only have one. So hopefully that worked out okay. All right, so here's the beta badge. The other thing we should see is that now I should have the beta badge because I actually participated. And that will just take a moment because we have our adventurers gradually meandering across the field. Alright. Just gonna move this off screen. That text isn't clear. I guess I wanted it that way for some reason. Alright, come on. Come on, Benri. Have you some beta badge? Which one am I? Oh no, I can't tell which one I am. I mean, presumably I should be the one with the beta badge. Oh no, did not work? Let's see if it added the... I mean, it didn't error, so... Oops. So I assumed... It seemed like things... It at least didn't error. I guess that's really all I can say so far. Wait, and... Wait, where's the Bard? Oh, there... Okay, there... Wait, what? What is going on here? No, that could be great. Yeah, okay. That must be the Bard, and that must... and now he's supporting the alpha badge again, which is one of the things I want to look for, and that is good. But why am I not supporting the beta badge? Journey, evolves, bonuses. Oh no, players. Binary. Yeah, I just don't have that data. It just never got created. Alright, so that's weird. Yeah, I don't know how that would have been the case. Did it create the data some other place by accident? I might never know. Well, if it created it, it would have been in the players directory. So let's see if there's how many bonuses.txt we have in the players directory. Trusty Bard. Oh, Boxers? Boxers didn't participate in that. Let's see what Boxers. Oh, Boxers just has an empty one. Weird. That one creeps me out. I'm gonna delete that one. But how did that happen, I wonder? Alright, so the Bards is still looking good. Maybe in one of the previous trial runs, like, before it crashed, it, like, succeeded in making the file or something. Yeah, so why didn't that work? I am now interested to know. Sorry, I'm just gonna have a sip of tomato juice. Excuse me. I have a circle of invisibility. And I am a child. Alright, yeah, what would have gone wrong here? So if if so I think I can be fairly confident in saying that this doesn't evaluate. Because if this had evaluated, I feel like it would have evaluated correctly. So wait. So maybe you can't use exists on a folder, maybe you can only use exists on files. But what happens if you do a superfluous make dir? If you do superfluous make dir, is it gonna like hurt the directory that already exists? Like if you try and make dir, and like is that gonna be bad? I guess I can try it and find out. I'm gonna ask the internet. Wait, what? I don't know what that's trying to tell me. Oh, try accept. What is this stat? What is this stat? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. If not exists. Wait, did I get my conditionals backwards? If it exists, And actually, no, I guess this app has to be evaluating. Because if this app evaluated, it would have done the redundant makedir. And it probably... So that's probably... I don't know. Is there just a dumb typo here and I'm just like... My brain isn't processing it because I know what it's supposed to be? Maybe. I'm just going to move these graphics off screen. Yeah, the game, hey, Evermuffin, how's it going? The game actually runs in this channel now. Oh, it reset your name. You're not, it doesn't have you as, oh, there it goes, Lazy Brussels sprout. Alright. Sometimes it just takes a moment to update. Yeah, the game's running in this channel now, so once I figure out what's wrong with it, and well, no, I guess it is technically running, so it's technically playable. Although there's this weird bug, and I don't know what's causing it, so I'm trying to figure that out. Maybe I should, excuse me, maybe I should go back to a simpler implementation. Maybe I should go back to simpler times when no, I like before I was gonna because like I'm trying to award the badge while the game runs, and if I can't do that, then maybe I should just go back to the other idea where I just like kept a list going and attributed the prize separately. I don't know. I kind of like it this way. I want it to be this way. Why can't it just be this way? So, all right. I must be just making a really dumb typo here somewhere. Like I must be, like, well, no, for zero Maverick, it did evaluate these paths. So, what? How did it make it here and not? I don't get it. I just don't understand. Well, since it's a little... I was gonna say since it's a little slow, I might just like spam the system with stuff just to test stuff and see what works. You did it, Lazy Brussels sprout! Yay! Congratulations! um, A plus. Alright, I'm just gonna, just for testing purposes, I'm going to, what should I do? Is there one that just fails? Yeah, I think event types 1 fail. Or like they don't, like I don't want to just like slam myself with like a gazillion experience points, but I mean I can just do whatever and then I can reset my score. Alright, so this is just for testing purposes. I can't promise that if you participate in the next event that you will keep those experience points, because like I said, I'm preserving legitimately earned experience points, but I make no assurances about the ones that might be attributed erroneously as a result of testing. So I'm just going to test really quickly with test. Oh wait, I know. I'm just going to be a jerk. I'm going to make a series of of capital I's and lowercase L's, so that it'll be basically like a secret code, and only I will be able to actually do it in time. All right, so why is it on write-in? That's weird. All right, so sorry about this. This is just for testing purposes. Oh yeah, so I'll put that in there too. Testing, testing, testing. All right, sorry about this. Sorry. All right, so I'm gonna participate, and then I'm gonna see how that goes. Um, perfect, perfect. For experience, wow. Oh, I should put in like a print or something, so that I know when stuff is happening. But I'm guessing that didn't work, right? Where am I? I'm on the screen somewhere. So that's the bard, right? Oh, I think I have a stick, so I must be one of those players with the stick. I don't think I've... Yeah, I haven't changed anything since last time, so I have no reason to believe that this will work. In fact, I can just check the, check my folder to see if it did work. Projects, journey, oh, is that me? No, that's probably... Oh, look, there are two players with, so it just worked that time? Did I actually fix anything, or did it just decide to start working this time? I have no clue, but it definitely just worked this time, so there's that. All right, hold on. I'm gonna restart the script. And maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's the third time in, like, because in recent, there's been a small tradition in this week so far, or at least in the past few days, where I spend gratuitous amounts of time fixing bugs that don't actually exist. So it's entirely it's possible that that's what's happening right now, that I'm trying to fix a bug that doesn't actually exist. But I guess we'll find out. Actually, no, I guess I will keep my beta badge for now, just for testing purposes. And if it works, then everyone can get their beta badges, and all is right in the world. So we shall see. Although, yeah, and then so another thing I want to test is the having the beta badge while the game, or earning the beta badge while the game runs. And oh, so maybe, yeah, actually I'll delete it and I'll test it. I'll test that first. All right, so trusty bard is gone. No, he's still here. Trusty bard, get out of here, trusty bard. You're not wanted here. No, come on, trusty bard. It is your time to leave. Oh no, it's because it's because he's literally in the chat channel. Whoops, forgot about that part. All right, so that's yep. That explains that. All right, so yeah, so all right, so if this is all working, then that means the only thing that I have left to do is saving max level and highest item. Yay, I get to do more save data stuff. My favorite. So, I think, at least for I don't know about experience cycling, but the first two are kind of going to be easy. Basically, like, I have this save file experience, which is players like experience points, but I think so right now it's literally just a number. It's literally just how many experience points does this player have. I think I'm just gonna make it two numbers and a string instead. So it's just gonna be the experience points, it's gonna be the level, and it's gonna be the highest item. And so when we load in a character, what we're gonna check is we're gonna basically like figure out what that data means in the context of the current version of the game. Because as I rebalance the game and change stuff and like move stuff around and add stuff in and move stuff and whatever. Um, a few things could happen. Like a player could backslide, like they could lose things that they'd already earned, which I don't necessarily want to do, and they could yeah, no, they could lose stuff. They could either lose like items that they'd earned, or they could lose not experience. That experience is the one thing that's consistent right now, but they could lose levels or items depending on how I change things. Um, so yeah, I want to make sure that we're preserving both, and then uh, we're basically going to take a maximum of the two. So like whichever's higher. Like okay, so like if I change the scale of experience points, then players could lose like a bunch of items hypothetically. Like they could, like if all of a sudden like with the new experience scale, maybe they're not level 50 anymore. Maybe now they're only like level 30 or so. If I just kept track of level based on experience, like if I just kept track of experience points, then they could yeah, so they might they could just like lose half their gear or whatever, depending on what I change. Whereas if I scale it the other way, like the other thing is like they could miss a bunch of content. I don't know. Basically, I just want a consistent experience, so that basically like regardless of what I'm fiddling with under the hood, like players are not like it all seems normal on the surface. So yeah, I guess that's mostly what I'm trying to accomplish. Yeah. And then I mean, I guess I do have this other. I kind of forgot about my backlog, but I kind of do have this. Oh, I closed it, but I do have this other list of things that I was thinking about adding to the game at some point. So I might work on those, and then the other thing I might do is art. So that's my plan for the rest of the stream today. So filter for command smarter. I think I did this one already. I'm gonna call this one done. Because I'm pretty sure I did it. Balloons, confetti, hipster badge. I'm gonna call this one done because hipster badge was what got me thinking about the bonus system. Nobility points. I haven't done this one yet. I'm gonna do it differently, but differently than I originally expected. Oh, and multi-write-in I already did. So look at all this stuff. Chat filter with action symbol. Why is that on the to-do list? That is not a to-do point. So nobility points is really the only other thing that I have to do. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have no clue what is. I have no clue what's happening. I just found myself in this strange place, and I don't know. It's kind of nice here. I have no clue where I am, but if this isn't Earth, it's at least Earth-like. So I figured, I'll just stream from here. Why not? um, so nobility points. All right. So yeah, I might add in nobility points. Nobility points are basically like if players are cool, like so like sometimes players are just like really cool in like real life, and like I would just want a mechanism where I can like give them points for that, like give them literal points. And so I'm basically, it's probably not gonna be anything too sophisticated. I'm basically just gonna make it like I'm gonna make like a new button on my control on my secret control. Oh, my control panel's not running. Oh, I can probably rerun the script now because Trusty Bard's probably long gone. Yeah, all right. So on my secret control panel, I'm probably just gonna add in a like an extra button that says like add points or something like that, and so that way I can just like type in names of players and then just hit add points, just to manually add points, kind of. I think dungeon masters are allowed to do that. I'm pretty sure dungeon masters can just be like, you get points. I'm pretty sure they can just do that. I don't know. I might be wrong. I'll have to look that up. Or maybe it'll be a new feature. Maybe in this game. Maybe I'm pioneering this. There's innovation in the works. I don't know. Possibly. We'll see. Yeah. So yeah, what is going on with the game? I keep hiding the. I don't like moving the graphics panel around because it like freezes the game when I drag it. I don't even know why, but whatever. Uh, all right, so yeah, I got rid of the. um, I got rid of my own beta badge. But let's do a couple events just to see if the game crashes, I guess. So the story so far, there was a cave in at the mine last night, and then there was a festival today. Apparently, it's been a celebratory. There's also a celebration yesterday, so it's been a celebratory few days, but it has been punctuated by tragedy. Uh, so I don't know. This doesn't have to be like magical or special or anything. I just have to. I just basically want to test this. This is. uh, so no, definitely not pay to win. um, huh. So, excuse me. Hello, blah blah. All right. Wait. That has to be the bard. Trusty bard. Maybe I should have name tags show up like spontaneously sometimes, because sometimes they're like, wait, which character is which? And like once the name tags show up, if they're unless until there's an event, then like it doesn't. Yeah, that might be. All right, I'm gonna add a few nice to have items to this list. Wait, what is this? Oh, that's just my experience level. Uh, so yeah, we did these. I'm gonna say, actually, list collection we might not be 100% done with, but so spontaneous name tags. Sometimes, just as a reminder, here and there. And then all right, so yeah, I'm trying to do an event. So yeah, for like the the game as this would play proper, I do kind of want to come up with like a light narrative. But for now I'm just kind of like spitballing a little bit because this still technically alpha. It's like this is still like a testing period hypothetically. So ooh, excuse me. Ah. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right. So I don't know. What's like a whatever thing that happens? I guess uh so you're like so you're approached by like a wise elder person. I have no idea where I'm going with this. I'm literally just like saying words out of my head as they pop into my head. So like you're approached by like a wise elder person who I don't know. He seems smart, and you're inclined to at least listen to something of what this person says. Oh wow, okay, spontaneous event. I don't have to. I don't have to try and make something up. Don't forget the action tag. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that. Yeah, the first one might have worked, but yeah, that's definitely gonna work. um. So cool. All right. So yeah, what should happen? um, what should happen now is that Communiacs should get the beta badge. So when the event concludes, we'll probably unbox ours too. So when the event concludes, we should immediately or like fairly promptly we should see we should see the name tags pop up for Cominiac and Boxors, and it should show how many points they earned. Then the next time they do a lap through the through the scene, the next time they do a lap, then they should have the beta badges. Is hypothetically how it should work. Good job. Yeah, I still need to figure out exactly where to put the initiative window, but yes, I haven't doled out the alpha badges yet because I have to do that. I could do that, but it's gonna be boring, and I figured you guys probably don't want to watch, so I'm just gonna do that. Well, no, I don't know. I can make a script for it, so I guess it wouldn't be that bad. Yeah, no, I could do that if we want to. Actually, I probably should have done that first. So maybe I could do that next, actually, I guess. Um, so, oh yeah, the event's still going. I was like, wait, what are we? But yeah, no. So the event, I don't know. I just wanted to make it long enough so that even people with stream delay could still participate. So that's why I might be able to shorten it a little bit, but I think right now it's set to run for like 2.5 minutes or something like that. So, all right, Comediac, 5 points. Good job. That is the maximum points you can get. So this one's Comediac. Boxers should show up. Unless Boxers has left. In which case Boxers should not show up. Oh, is that Boxers? Because that person has a beta badge. Boxers, 5 points. Good job. Yay! It worked. Cool. Alright, so yeah, I'm interested to see what'll happen now. Because it seems to be working. I don't have any specific reason to think that it won't work. But we haven't tested literally all of the code paths yet. So I guess we will find out in the near future what. So now you guys can tell who you are. Okay, yeah. I just yeah, it'll put arbitrary adventures on screen. So I wasn't the one case where we wouldn't have seen you show up is if you had departed before if you had departed, then you wouldn't have showed up, but it would have showed up the next time you came back hypothetically. So actually, all right, so before I move on to the next thing, the one thing I will check is just that your data was created too. So now if I go to your folder, yeah, there's a bonuses file, and it says the beta badge, and it's formatted correctly. Cool. So the same thing should be true of Cominiac. And look at that. All right, so that is legit. That is official. You guys. You guys. Oh wait, was it? Go. Yeah. All right. Uh, so so yeah, what do I want to do next? I could do the saving level thing, although I don't know. Maybe I should. You know what? I'm gonna wait a minute to do the alpha badges thing, just so that because once everyone has alpha badges, it's gonna be harder to tell who has beta badges, and so once we've done a little more testing on this system, I will start adding those things in. But yeah, so before the spontaneous event system kicked in, I was gonna do a manual one. I was talking about like some like sage elder who's like imparting wisdom to you. And so like I don't know, he talks to you like he kept your attention long enough to mention a few things. Like he mentioned his combat experience. He mentioned his his journeys into like really dark and dangerous lands, and also his um, his tactics, I guess, when confronting the ogre king of I don't know where. So uh, he's a bit rambling, but you get the sense that you can probably get one coherent answer out of him. Uh, you can ask him about any of these things. So that's. Wait, why didn't you say hark? Trusty Bard didn't say hark. Oh, yeah. No, that's right, because the manual. Uh, right, yeah, okay, so. Uh, B-Shred, hey, how's it going? uh, well, this is a good day to show up, B-Shred, because this is not only. This is the magical convergence between the alpha period and the beta period. So just by showing up today, you get both the alpha badge and the beta badge for this game. You probably maybe already had the alpha badge, but yeah, whatevs. Like I just finished implementing the beta badge, so the beta badge literally actually shows up in games. That's kind of cool. Uh, uh, so uh, Hypermuffin, the only way to really know what to pick is to follow your heart. Follow your heart. um, so, oh yeah, right. So yeah, so hark. Not super important, but Trusty Bard is supposed to say hark before stuff. That was one of the things I added in earlier today. He says a few things. He says, oh yeah. Right. So, this the write-in thing is actually unnecessary here because this is not where this is processed. I try and keep it fresh. Lazy Brussels sprouts. Lazy Brussels sprout 27. Uh, um. So yeah, right. I can get rid of this part because this part is unnecessary. But before I do that, I'm gonna copy this, and then I can delete this because this just there's no such thing as a spontaneous write-in. Although there's no reason I couldn't have a spontaneous write-in. I'll leave it there because it doesn't it doesn't hurt anything to leave it there. But I'll also I want to do something similar up up here where we are creating event because here yeah we use a different say. Oh wait a second. No, do we? How does that get said? How does how does this how does this intro text get said when when it's a manual event? Hmm. Hmm. Uh. Oh, say. There it is. All right, yeah. All right, yeah, right. So it is handled separately. But wait, does that mean that we try and say? Because when init event equals 1, that's when we do this other part. So oh, init event equals 2. We only do this, and I think that's different for right. So init event equals 2 when we're initializing uh, prescripted event, and then event. Okay, so ev text. So we have to do. So all right, so here I'll paste this here, and this part is gonna stay the same, but yeah, let's change this part. Let's smoosh these together. So now intro string. Oh, whoops. Wait, was I using EV text for anything else? Oh, I was, yeah. Oh, yeah, I was. Uh, but that's legit. I can still use it. So no, yeah, EV text will stay that actually. All right, so intro string will be right. It'll be hark plus EV text. Hark plus EV text, yeah. And then those things and stuff. Oh wait, curt ev. Oh no, I don't think we can do this yet actually. Because we don't actually say. So no new ev. Oh, and we haven't done that yet either. So, uh, oh, but we're already doing the we're already doing the write-in stuff. So I'm gonna just put these in these other conditionals and move say. Oh, for one thing, say is intro string. It's not EV text. So it's intro string, and then oh, I say pound. I say hash. I'm pretty good at not saying hashtag because it's not hashtag. Hashtag is the entire statement, including the hash character. The character is not the hashtag. Um, but I do sometimes say hash. I don't tend to say sharp, but that is also correct. Oh wait, I wasn't paying attention to. Thank you, Zero Maverick. I think. You said I was suave, so that's nice. Kind of. Or actually, no, I guess technically you only said that I am more suave than Hitler. Well, either way. Alright, let's move this down here. Because we don't have, yeah, it's not important like when we say it really. So, all those good things. Uh, uh, but then yeah, so these conditionals, the write-in, etc., etc. Let's put these down with the because we're already excuse me we're already running these conditionals, so we can get rid of both of these, and the multi one will go. Oh, the event is still active, right? I never actually concluded it. Sorry, I will remember to do that at some point. And so what should happen at the conclusion of this event is that some like new players, like anyone who participated in this event, should get the beta badge. The players who already had the beta badge, like they just get the experience per usual. And of course, everyone gets the experience, and then the players who don't have the beta badge yet get the beta badge. So, all right, is this all good now? I think. Yeah, let's assume this is good now. And of course, these changes won't show up because I just, etc., etc. But all right, so two new players should get two new players should get the beta badge. So I'll conclude the event. Combat +2 experience. Nice tactics. Nice tactics. Yeah. So when this old guy was facing oh, just so you know, that was event type 0. So event type 0 is a dice roll. So like there's nothing that dictates the success or there's nothing that dictates the success of the. Oh, I should be watching the graphics. Yeah, look, Zero Maverick now has a beta badge. So there should be 5 people with the beta badge once everyone has done a tour through. And I'll check the data to make sure that the data is working out okay. We didn't get any crashes, so that's good. Oh, hey Tom, how's it going? I'm cheating. I saw your character appear. Lag us. Sorry. I think I'm just gonna sit here and say hi to people's names say hi to people when their name tags show up. I think that's gonna be my new job. Oh no. So I will point out, Zero Maverick, I keep the channel like non-adult oriented. So like I just want to mention that so that because I don't because like yeah Yeah. Just learn that. But I'll look into that. I'll see how that might go. We can that can be. I won't rule it out entirely yet. I'm just I don't know. That might be that might be a difficult request. Um, all right. So yeah. So who all were the participants in that one? Comediac, good. Zero Maverick, uh, Boxers, and then there's one other person, right? Lazy Brussels sprouts or Hypermuffin, as it'll probably be saved. So let's just I'm just gonna check out player data to see if that all worked out. I mean, it looks pretty much like the badges got doled out correctly. I just because I saw that one weird thing, like I thought there was a bug here, and maybe it was my imagination or like I don't know what would have explained what I saw that one time, but I just want to double check just to be sure. Uh, let's go to players. Boxers and Cominiac. Uh, oh, sorry. There's like some character named Brewer, and I was like, wait, was that supposed to? Did something go wrong with Boxer's name? Um, oh, seriously, sorry. Was that it? I don't even remember how it goes anymore. um, uh, oh, cool. All right. What type of game are you gonna make, B-Shred? Bonuses. Yeah. All right. So Boxer is still good. Cominiac. I mean, Cominiac should probably also still be good because Boxers was still good. And it'd be weird if those were handled differently. All right. Good. Good. Goodly. Good. Good. And then oh, I think I'm gonna restart the script. So I'm gonna take the script down for a second, but then I'll bring it back up. I just want to make sure that because now that some players have the beta badge, I want to make sure that when I restart the script that the data gets loaded correctly. So all right, I'm just gonna shut it down. I'm gonna wait for Trusty Bard to depart, so that way. Oh wow, he departed quickly this time. But I'll still give it a minute just so that it works again when I start it back up again. So who are the other people? Zero Maverick was one of the other participants who should now have a beta badge. Cool story, bro. And Hyper Muffin or Lazy Brussels Sprouts, as we know. Yep, there we go. Cool. And then hypothetically, no one else should have any. Hypothetically. All right. So I'll give the. Oh, interesting. 2D horror game. I've tried to make horror games and I've tried to make survival games, and I just can't. They just like don't come out of me. Like I try and make a game like a survival horror game, and it turns out to be like a cutesy puzzle game featuring like kittens. It's like what? No, wait, hold on. I don't know how that works. Maybe I'm just not trying very hard. But yeah, yeah. One time I made a survival game, or for the last Signal Jam or Stream Jam as it was called back then. But for the last one, we were trying to make a survival game. Technically, it was supposed to be a survival game. But then at a certain point, I was like, well, given the rules of the game, I think you have to stand under falling objects. And so there are like anvils and airplanes and pianos that fall out of the sky, and you have to stand directly underneath them. But it's supposed to be a survival game. Kind of. I do have an explanation for that. It's just, I don't know. Survival games are hard. Oh, are you guys talking about game dev? Wait, hold on. There's a thing now. There's a thing. Someone made a thing. Uh, it's there's a site that you go to, and now I don't know if you guys are actually talking about making games. I assume you are, but oh, maybe not. I don't know. I thought this was a cool link because like I don't know. A lot of times I get questions that on stream I'll get questions that this link answers. Like this link answers so many questions. Like in terms of like how do games, but yeah. Anyway, so sorry, I'm just a little excited about it. But oh yeah, so the script has been down long enough. So let's rerun it and cha cha cha. So whoa. Wow. Oh, I like this one. I like the one that's like really happy and doing a little bit of this action. Oh wait, I don't know if you could even see on camera, but he was like doing a little of this action. That I'm not gonna consider that spam V-shred just because it's so full of content. But like if there was a wall of that in the chat, then no, yeah. So that was fine. But yeah, like if you did that like 10 times in a row, that would be not good. But just once is fine. Wait, why does Oh yeah, no, the Trusty Bard is supposed to have the badge. I was like, why does Trusty Bard have the badge? But yeah, no, that's normal. All right. Cool. Yeah. All right. So yeah, what do I want to do next now? Zero Maverick. Yeah, get that badge going on. All right. Cool. We have a little more variety in our characters. Some of us have walking sticks. Some of us have badges. So it's a little weird that the game, like since the game is just starting, literally everyone's gonna be on the same level in terms of gear. So like it looks a little bit samey, but like I think as the game gets played more, or like as once it's been running for longer, uh, um, once the game's been running for longer, like people will be different experience levels, and so it won't look quite, it won't look like a troop of Girl Scouts marching through the forest. Sometimes it'll look like a troop of Girl Scouts marching through a cave, or um, excuse me. um, so uh, I did. Someone told me the characters look like Girl Scouts. I didn't. They're not supposed to look like Girl Scouts. I think that they probably look. Well, okay. So I'm probably not going to work on art just yet, but I will. So like the characters do look different ultimately. Like once your characters like get cooler and stuff, like you get you get like more gear and stuff, and you don't always look. Oh yeah, we even added in yesterday. One of the things we added in was a little pet. So at the higher levels, you get like the you can get like a little friend to to follow you around. So yeah, yeah. But since the game is going to be playing like hypothetically, the game will be playing the whole time that I'm streaming. So well, like once it's running and stable and stuff like that. So the progression arc is fairly gradual, just for the sheer span of time. And so like it'll probably take a little while to get to like the current maximum level, and that will give me some more time to make more levels. Like because I mean making more levels is basically just a matter of like supporting the character progression. Like numerically, like players could get any number of levels. Like you can get infinite levels hypothetically, except that at a certain point, because there's no new character art, at a certain point, you'll just like, levels will get arbitrary and meaningless, and so yeah, yeah. um, all right, so uh, hold on. I think I fell a little behind on chat. Because you guys were talking about. Oh yeah, what were you guys actually talking about? Like Java and programming and languages and stuff like that. I say yeah, languages are cool, but even not languages are cool. So I think the important part is that stuff is cool, and you guys probably figured it out. um, uh, uh, bees. Well, I don't know about the second part, Zero Maverick, but I think we could do bees. That sounds totally doable. Um, uh, so, at first I thought the cat story was gonna go that your cat's name is Nobby and he looks like a he looks like a small like elf. But Noddy's cool too. Seems like a cool cat. Uh, all right. So, oh yeah, it actually is an event. I was like, wow, why are people saying action tags? But hey, look at that. All right. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, so time to move on to the next thing, I suppose. Yeah, saving max level and highest item. That sounds like a good thing to do. Uh, Seems like yeah, the experience cycling thing. I think I want to do like all these things and more. Um, Aw, thank you, Comediac. um, so I don't know. I'm like I'm still like not completely decided on experience cycling. If I do experience cycling, it'll make things a lot easier in some regards, but I'm not certain I want to do experience cycling because like if I do experience cycling, then uh, some players will have like I don't know higher level players. I don't know. I'll hold off on it because I'm just not sure. Like, there's something prestigious about having like that experience points show up and have it like be just a huge number, right? Like, if you just go by like the character's appearance to determine their level, it's a little more abstract and like it's a little harder to tell. So I might not do experience cycling. But what I mean by experience cycling is just like when you level up, your experience goes back down to zero. Right now, it stays cumulative, and you just keep gaining and gaining and gaining experience. Um, but but yeah, I don't know. I might not do that, but I can still do this. Oh, I remember what I was gonna do. I think I remember what I was gonna do. Yeah, no, I did have a solution for this. I'm basically gonna so yeah, so the way to like the player's experience points will never change. Will be the results of the max level and highest item check is essentially like an experience offset. So it basically the it could be the case that like let's say I change the experience scale and according to the level and highest item of the character, they should be a significantly different level. Let's say they should have an additional 4,000 experience in this new scale. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a second value that's like experience offset. And so when I need to do calculations based on how much experience they should have hypothetically, it'll account for not just the experience they have, but also the experience offset. And then I can retain the experience value, so it doesn't actually change. So like basically, this would just be like a control value or like a modifier, like a calculated modifier to essentially like because the ground is going to be moving, and this will essentially like offset it so that it doesn't seem like the ground is moving. I guess I don't know. I don't have a good I don't have a great analogy for it, but yeah, I think. All right, so yeah, the only tricky part will be how I figure out the max level and highest item, and that's not even that tricky. So, no, highest item might be a little tricky. Will it be tricky? No, it shouldn't be. No, 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 because we have our we have our ordered. Oh, hmm. Maybe we should keep track of this separately, actually, because we'll want we'll want to. Sorry, I'm gonna scroll down and check. Oh yeah, I am. It just didn't look like it was. We'll want to. Uh, oh yeah. So box stores. That actually does count because there's I added like because of stream delay. Like the event will conclude sometimes before, or no, the event will always conclude, but the tags will stay on screen for a little while longer. So there actually is a bonus for it's a late bonus, I call it. So I don't know if you can see it on screen, but like you did actually get points for that. It just yeah. So that's yeah. Technically like you don't get 100% credit because it's kind of like the opposite of initiative bonus. Like you can still, so it's basically like in the very opening of the window, there's an initiative bonus, and so you can get extra points. And then there's just the regular window where you can get the normal amount of points. And then there's the late window, like the end window, where you get partial credit. So, yeah, uh, yeah, I got you covered. um, so, aw. um, so, yeah, okay, so the way we do the outfits for the characters is we have this list of equipment and the order in which you unlock equipment. Um yeah, so we'll need that list in order to make the determine of which is higher, like the highest equipment or the maximum level, like which of those two. Because whenever we add a player, we'll have to look at both of those things and make a determination as to like where should this player be in the progression chart. So yeah, let's there is hypothetical, like even with the system I'm coming up with, there is a situation where you could still lose progress. No, no, there isn't. Is there? Let me think. Yeah, no, there technically is. If like a player is like absent for so long that they miss a number of balance changes, then they yeah, because like I don't think it's gonna be likely. Like I'm actually being pretty safe with this system. So I mean it's beta and I'm doing as much as I can to keep character data persistent, but I'm not doing literally everything because literally everything might be over the top, and I might like I'm actually like preparing for measures that I don't even know if I'm gonna use. So like it could be that some of these like weird edge cases never actually come up. So I don't know. I think the level of like safetyness, the level of safetyness, the level of like defense against these possible circumstances that I've described, I think it is the appropriate amount because it's actually possibly a little bit superfluous. Like I might be going a little over the top with it, but by doing so, I cover like virtually all of the potential cases. So, uh, hey, he never said we're exclusive. Zero. uh, Pardon. What was I doing?